What is the social situation? Job Centre Plus is an employment agency and social security office. Its aim is to help people of working age find employment in the UK, and it is available to people who are unemployed. Finding work via the Job Centre Plus can be done in different ways, including searching for work directly at the Job Centre, via the telephone service, or the Job Centre Plus website. Job Centre Plus also helps with claims for benefits, such as income support, incapacity benefit, and job seekers allowance. What can you expect? If you have a health condition or disability that affects your ability to work, you can get help and advice by speaking to a disability employment advisor at your local Job Centre Plus. They are also known as work coaches. Whether you have just lost your job or have been out of work for a long time, a work coach is trained to be able to help you to find work or to gain new skills for a job. They can undertake an employment assessment and help with work preparation, recruitment, interview coaching, and confidence building. Unspoken rules. The staff members at Job Centre Plus work with people who are unemployed. Their specialism is around getting people into the workplace. The disability employment advisors specialise in disability and may have understanding of autism spectrum conditions, but it does not mean that they understand the full impact of autism on your employment situation. You will be asked questions about your circumstances. The questions might repeat themselves. The questioning will possibly look to find out what you have done to find work between appointments. Often they will focus on what else you could be doing, and it can feel like a criticism for some people, but it is intended to help. An explicit rule is to let the job centre know as soon as there is a change in your circumstances. A change in your circumstances can be anything from someone moving in with you, you taking up employment, or if you have not received payment. A rule to go by is to contact the job centre as soon as possible. This means that you should contact them on the same day if you have found out about the changes before 2 p.m. If you found out after 2 p.m, you should contact the job centre the next working day, which is Monday to Friday. At the job centre, a positive attitude is valued. An unspoken rule is to show initiative around whichever part of the job-seeking process you are doing. You can do this by keeping a record of the applications or job searches you have done. In our society, working and contributing is seen as desirable. Our society also feels strongly that it is okay that people who cannot help being unable to work, as long as they make an effort to look for work or work in the voluntary sector. Even if you feel disillusioned about the assessment or job hunting process, the unspoken rule is to show willingness. This is often done by accepting to think about ideas work coaches suggest, try out the advice, and apply for work they put forward. You have to be at appointments on time. An unspoken rule is that you attend 5 to 10 minutes early and wait to be called after checking in. If you are late, you can lose some of your benefits. Challenges for autistic adults.
Well, I think mainly crowds. Basically, the reason why I say crowds is because if there's a lot of, maybe aggression or anger, especially a lot of noise, then that could make the person uncomfortable. If they've been out of work for a certain amount of time, or if they've been in the same job for a long period of time, then they might find it hard to find new ways in job searching. The way the questions are asked, if they're not explicit and not said specifically, then the person with Asperger's will find it hard to understand. People with who are undiagnosed may be difficult to pick out. They could come across as lazy or disinterested, but they could need help in mental health issues. If you've got a lot of anxiety and if you're suffering from depression, then you're going to feel alone you're going to feel dejected from everything. So just having somebody there to give you a helping hand will mean a lot to that person.
What can professionals do? If possible, identify a quiet waiting area. If you cannot allocate a quiet area, allow the person to wait outside and call or text them when it is their appointment. Help the person to think of the different options by presenting the information in an accurate way. It might be helpful to identify the level of communication or customer contact for each job. But don't assume all autistic adults do not want customer contact. Make sure information is presented in a way the person can understand, in line with the 2016 Accessible Information Standards. Ask specific questions. For example, this question is about your job seeking, or I'm asking your financial situation. What can the autistic adult do?
Well, you can choose to tell professionals or staff members that you have autism or are diagnosed with Asperger's. It will then make things a lot more easier for you and the person, because it will indicate to them that you will communicate a lot differently than others. Well, you can choose to prepare a list of questions, but before you ask those questions, make sure you have a person who you trust sit down with you, so they can look it over, and also they can check if it's relevant to the situation. It's vital to actually tell the staff members or work coaches about the situation you're in, but remember that it's that they see lots of people every day, so just make sure that you repeat yourself about the situation. Instead of doing the same thing over and over again, say if you go into the job centre and you go on the computer and you're not successful that way, you could do something different, like go on the phones, or maybe ask the staff members if they know anything different to do job search as well. So if you do something new, you might be successful at finding jobs.